Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, this radio station will remain on the air day and night.
John, sometimes you hand me some weird stuff, and I don't know what to think of this. Have we done Grateful Dead before, is mostly my question.
I don't think we've done any Grateful Dead, which is why I felt the need to bring Grateful Dead into your world.
That's why I think I was so taken aback when you sent it over. I was like, Grateful Dead? Okay, I know near nothing about this band. I know the reputation of their some sort of maybe a jam band that people smoke a lot of weed or do drugs of various sorts and go to their concerts. I've now listed everything I know about the Grateful Dead.
Yeah, people followed the Dead around the country like they did that just to do, you know. The Dead had that kind of a fan base that people just followed them, and
I know their fans are called Deadheads.
Yes. And they are a jam band. You've got that nailed. This song, however, is somewhat of a departure. First of all, it's the studio recording, and their studio recordings, as most Grateful Dead fans would say to you, are really just the starting point.
All right. Well, that's all I got to go on, so.
But I got to tell you what, this is my favorite Dead song for its upbeatness, for its fun factor. But when I pulled up the lyric video to show you, the opening lyrics were already up there, like as soon as I went to the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no idea those were the opening lyrics to this song. So I have no clue what this song is about. I just like it. You tell me what it's about.
You know what? That's good enough for me. This song is called Alabama Getaway by the Grateful Dead. I got to turn this volume back up. Here we go. Woo.
Here's the part I know.
Well done. Well then. That is not what I expected at all. I know so little about the Grateful Dead. I'm not really sure what I expected, but it was not that. All right. Okay. Musically, it was just a banging song. It was just jamming.
Yeah.
Like it's just fun, upbeat, enjoyable. I don't think there was anything like particularly massively amazing about it, but solid solos, a solid song throughout, fun to listen to from start to finish. Lyrically, oh boy.
Right. Well, that's where I'm kind of lost.
I have some theories. I'm of two minds about this, John. Either they hate Alabama and they're making fun of it the whole song, and I think there's an argument to be made there, or this is about maybe something that happened in Alabama, like a story maybe that happened on I almost said the campaign trail. That's not right. On tour. That would make sense in the context if you were there and knew the story. So if I'm breaking down the lyrics, though, what I've got so far, John, is we have someone with all their teeth. Now, I'm going to say this is where I started being of two minds. Either they're making fun of someone by saying, this is a rarity in Alabama. We found a guy who had all of his teeth. Or... Or they're just like, this guy started with all of his teeth, but if he keeps traveling down the path that he is, he's going to end with fewer than the teeth I'm currently listing are in his mouth. Which I tend toward the second interpretation there, which would lead me to believe he's a guy who's pretty full of himself. And by listing how many teeth he had, makes me think he's one of those guys with all of his diamond gold rings that is smiling, like that big, stupid, overly white, huge teeth, probably veneers grin. You know what I'm talking about? Like the kind of guy who probably sells you the lemon on the lemon lot. He's a real terrible used car salesman kind of a guy,
right?
But he's
Okay,
smooth
sure.
talking, you know, and he's getting the ladies, which is annoying everyone. He's probably hitting on people's wives, hitting on people's girlfriends, in a place that he probably shouldn't be doing that. And so they're saying either maybe we should tell him and he should run away. If he's smart, he'll make me happy if he just runs away. But then the other half of them is like, you know what? We could just let him have the rope. Let him hang himself. Like, this is going to be a self-correcting problem when all of these guys get together and just whoop him until he's got fewer than the 32 teeth he started this conversation with. And I tend to lean toward the second interpretation there. I think that's what I'm going with. I've talked myself into it. Final answer. How did I do?
I didn't know before we played the song. I have come, by the way, very little information on the meaning of the song out there.
Okay.
But I did manage to scrape up 3 interpretations, the third of which I think I agree with the most, and it also lines up with what you said.
All right.
This is written by Bobby D. He wrote this in 2013. Alabama Getaway is about a redneck southerner who was a deadhead dancing in front of the stage at a solo show by Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia. I don't know why I blanked on that. At a biker bar in Rodeo, California. And Jerry, watching the kid, knew he was about to get beat up by bikers.
All right.
So he actually sent 2 men to go ask the kid if he wanted to meet Jerry and have a drink with him after the show. So they basically saved the kid.
Oh, interesting. Oh, so he's saying like, man, if this kid runs away, it's going to make me happy because I don't really want to be here or a part of this kid getting whooped by a bunch of angry bikers. Because how dare he dance at this biker bar?
Yeah, right. Like a deadhead would dance, right? But the bikers didn't quite, follow through. Anyway, that's an interpretation. Other people said that that the Dead were once banned in the state of Alabama, and this was kind of a get back at them. Somebody else said it had something to do with a member of the band who was from Alabama who departed, who left the band. But I think the most legitimate is probably the one that fell right in line, really, with your story.
All right. I went a little different with it, but yeah. I think I hit the gist of it there. I'll take
the
that
gist
half
of it.
win.
What I mean, yeah.
I'll take
knew
my
somebody
B+.
was in trouble.
Yeah, I'll take my B+ on this one.
Okay, you got it. Ding.
Oh man, that was fun, John. I was trying to think. I can't name a Grateful Dead song.
Oh, come on. Trucking,
Mm-mm.
driving that. There's another one. Driving that train, high on cocaine. Casey Jones, you better
I don't
watch
think
your
so.
speed. Oh, wow. There's a lot of great songs by the Grateful Dead.
Wait, that one actually sounds. We might have done a different train song. We did a song where they were on a train, and someone gets off the train, and it was going to be the love of
that's a
his
different
life.
song. Yeah, that's a different song.
I guess there's only so many themes, right? You know,
Yeah, right. There's going to be a lot of train songs, a lot of car
a
songs.
lot of car songs, a lot of city songs, love songs.
City songs, love songs. Oh, gosh, the love songs.
Well, this was a fascinating introduction to the Grateful Dead. If you happen to be some semblance on the spectrum of Deadhead, obviously, go ahead and give us a suggestion. Where would we go into the Grateful Dead? Do you know a lot about the Grateful Dead, John? Are you much of a Deadhead yourself?
I'm not a deadhead at all. My sister is a bit of a deadhead. Um, I enjoy a lot of their music. Their longer jams, I have a hard time staying awake through.
It's because you didn't do enough drugs. Or maybe it's because you did too many drugs.
Are you sure?
That's the end?